In this video, we will examine the properties and features related to luminaires and visual controls, including creating, placing, modifying, and connecting luminaires. To begin adding luminaires to your design, they will first need to be created using the Luminaire editor. From the Products Manager on the left side panel, select the Add Luminaire command to launch the construction window. You can also use the Add command found on the Home tab by using the drop-down menu to select the Luminaire option. After selecting the command, the Luminaire editor will open. Select the shape and size, or use the drop-down menu to select a standard size, and select a color for the symbol. Fill out the luminaire's label, add a product catalog number, or manufacturer. You can also choose from a list of embedded control options, such as 0 to 10 volt dimming, in-light air, or jot. Add emergency capabilities if necessary, and sensor options, as well as select a lens type. The description section will update automatically based on your selections, but it can be edited if needed. Click Add to bring the luminaire into the design. You will automatically begin in a placement mode after creating a luminaire. Notice the luminaire attached to the cursor. While in the placement mode, you can adjust the label, change the mounting height, or adjust the orientation and the properties. Left-click to place it in the design, or right-click to end the process. The newly created luminaire will be added to the Luminaires section of the Products Manager. To return to the placement command, left-click on the luminaire from the list and begin placing the luminaire in the design. When placing luminaires, the guidelines can be helpful with keeping luminaires in line with each other. As long as the Object Snap Group toggle is on, after placing a luminaire, a guideline will show the next item's location relative to existing objects. This can also be helpful when placing them in a grid pattern, as both horizontal and vertical guidelines can help you find the next location. When placing linear fixtures in a run, the luminaires will automatically snap end to end as your cursor approaches the end of the previous luminaire. For luminaires with embedded sensors, you can preview the coverage pattern while placing the device by selecting the option in the Properties side panel. To continue to view the coverage pattern, toggle it on from the View tab using the Coverage command. With AutoPlace, automatically add luminaires based on reference entities in the design, or graphics from the background image. From the Design tab, select the luminaire option from the AutoPlace section. Left-click to select the background image, and use the selection window to highlight a graphic. Select a product from the drop-down menu. At least one luminaire must be included in the design to use the AutoPlace command. Use the Preview button to analyze the design for matching symbols. Next, set the orientation for luminaires to align with the selected graphic. You can adjust the match's tolerance to increase or decrease the number of found matches. Select Place to insert the luminaire for each symbol location. You can also replace existing entities in the design with luminaires. From the Design tab, select the Luminaire option again from the AutoPlace section. Select an object in the design used to represent luminaire locations. The command will display the locations of matching symbols. In this instance, the command missed the symbols in the hallway. Looking at the properties of the symbol, we can see that they've been added to a different layer than the originally selected symbol, which was part of the presentation room. To include these missing symbols, during the autoplace command, select the Search All Layers option in the properties. Next, choose a product type from the drop-down menu, and right-click to advance to the next step in the process. Here, you can adjust the offset distance to apply to all symbols, or right-click to complete the command and place the luminaires in the original location. Select a luminaire in the design to open the properties in the right sidebar. Here you can add additional information to the luminaire, such as a tag or switch leg, as well as make changes to the orientation, location, and the mounting height. If a zone has been added to the design, the products inside the area will automatically be added to the zone. You can manually assign products to zones using the drop-down menu. You can also move a luminaire to a different layer or layer group. Additional modifications can be made in the product schedule. From the Products Manager, select Schedule. In the schedule, adjust text fields such as the product label, catalog, or description by double-clicking on the section. Select the image in the symbol section, and then select the Edit button in the corner to open the symbol editor. Here you can delete or add new line work to the symbol, as well as import any pre-made CAD objects using the Import command. Use the Close button on the ribbon to return to the schedule and save your changes. You can change the organization of the schedule by using the drop-down menu under the Grouping section. Use the Connection Rules command to add or remove connection options to a luminaire. First, left-click to highlight a row, and then from the Products tab, select the Connection Rules command. Check the box of the desired connection type, and set the number of available connections using the drop-down menu. Click Apply to save any changes. Select the Coverage section for luminaires to return to the Luminaire Editor window where you can adjust the components of the product. If the luminaires were included in the start of the design by importing a visual lighting file, you can take these steps in the schedule to then add embedded technology to those luminaires. By default, the luminaires display the label in the center of the symbol. You can adjust the location of a product label for individual products or entire groups. Select a luminaire, and from the View tab, use the drop-down menu under the Move command to select Label. In the design, left-click to select your starting location, and as you move your mouse to the new location, left-click to place the label. To adjust an entire group, either select the objects one at a time, use a selection window, or select a device and use either the spacebar or Select All Product Types command. As you use the Move command now, you will adjust the label for every selected luminaire. If the luminaire has a catalog number, you can view it in the design as well. From the View tab, select the drop-down option under the Label command. Select the configuration that includes a label and catalog number. The catalog number can also be moved to a new location. Under the Move command again, select the catalog number option and adjust the location. Connection options for Luminaires default to certain wire types that depend on options such as dimming capability or emergency options. When you run a connect command, the correct wire type will automatically be chosen. A preview of the type will show before you complete the connection. If multiple wire type options are available, a selection box will let you choose the desired wire type. Use the Remember Choice option to store the selected connection type so you won't need to make the choice when connecting those types of devices going forward. These stored preferences can be managed in the Settings, under the Smart Connect Rules section. This concludes this instructional video. Please send any questions or comments to the Visual Support Center at support@visual-3d.com.